Hi guys and welcome to another video by myself, Bateson87. A little bit of a different one, no gameplay today guys, more of a thought-provoking video and an ideas video which I've come up with a help with a few people from the community as well. I put a tweet out yesterday. I will also link the tweet for you guys to go and have a look at the mentions to see the ideas which other people do want added in. So this is going to be a few videos over a period of weeks as well, mainly the game modes which I participate in and also the things which I would love to see in Ultimate Team changes and other stuff like that come FIFA 18. This video guys is a wish list. It's mainly around FUT Champions. It is only around FUT Champions today. The changes I would like to see implemented to make it that better game that it is. FUT Champions is its debut year this year. FIFA 17 was when FUT Champions was obviously announced. A lot of people didn't really understand what was going on. I was still unsure about what was going to be happening with FUT Champions, even though I went to Gamescom. I had to play around with FIFA 17 early and still didn't really grasp what was going on. But obviously, EA were using this as a stepping stone to take esports FIFA to the next level, and we're going to be covering that today as well. A lot of things. Now, don't get me wrong with this video, guys. Do not take everything I say seriously. Obviously, it's a serious video. It's not going to be a piss take video, but it's going to be a serious video to try and get my point across severely. Now, I've just literally put a tweet on Twitter saying that I have played 920 games of the Weekend League FUT Champions. That doesn't include the weekday tournaments, just the Weekend League alone. One of the appearances was on PlayStation as well, and out of the 920 games, guys, I have won 759 and lost 161. It's mental. It's mental how much time that I've put into the game, especially FUT Champions itself. I take it very seriously, as you guys do know. I have done since the start of FIFA, and with what I do, guys, I make content about FIFA, FUT Champions especially as well. I like to take it seriously. I want to get some ideas across to you lot, and hopefully in some way it may even get relayed to EA to see that it's not just me thinking this which needs to be implemented into the game, but to also help EA. Now, they help us. They've helped us immensely, guys. The rewards are absolutely mental, but they could be better, and that's something we are going to be talking about today. So if you guys do want an MSP, PSN codes or cheat game codes, guys, go and check out g2a.com. Their link is down below. Smash. If you guys can smash 7,000 likes, guys, to show your support on this video, that'd be awesome and show that you agree with me. Get commenting down below some other ideas that you would want added into FUT Champions only. This isn't gameplay. We're not going to get into gameplay yet because that's a video which will probably last about 3 hours. But we haven't got time to, do that, but we're not going to be doing that, guys, because we don't know what EA do. We guess what EA do, and obviously they find a lot of stuff hard to do, and you can see with the state of servers and stuff like that, they've got a lot of things on the plate, but this might help the average player get into FUT Champions, which is obviously the key for EA Sports, is to get a new consumer base on the game and give a different side to a game which should be fun, and now adding a lot of stress, rewards. Yeah, stress and rewards. That's what FUT Champions is. But is it worth it? We'll find out. So guys, smash your support on the video. That'd be sick. Yeah. FUT Champions FIFA 18 wish list. Let's get into it. So with this, guys, it's going to be very, well, a lot of illustration on the on the page, as you can see in the background now, guys. This is your stereotypical FUT Champions screen as you would go into it, even before you go into it, actually, just on the online section. It is the FUT Champions Weekend League. You guys will remember, and this was painful as well, I remember it so vividly, 48 hours to play 40 games of FIFA. You do it, that's it, finished. 48 hours to play 20 games of FIFA was mental, and the only people who were finishing it, guys, were the likes of myself, who is a FIFA YouTuber and can commit that amount of time to the game, and the professional FIFA player. The professional FIFA player doesn't have a job. Their job is FIFA. Their job is to win, and they were the people who were completing it. Now, I did hear a few things from EA Sports. Rob Hodgson actually said that we would see a lot of names coming out this FIFA compared to most. Now, before FIFA 17, guys, we were used to the names Gorilla, trying to think of some more, Inception, all the good competitive FIFA players, guys, but these lot can fully concentrate on the game itself as it is their vocation, and it was the same with me as well. But with the fact that it was over a 48-hour period, it made it very difficult for someone who wanted to get into the competitive FIFA scene and commit their time into it if they had real-life stuff. Like 48 hours over a very busy period of the Saturday and Sunday, if you worked on a weekend, you were screwed. There was no chance you were going to be able to complete the 40 games which FIFA does give us. But when it came to the extension, and not long after that, guys, I think EA ran into some connection problems. I think it was a DDoS or something. They extended it by a day. Everyone was happy over a 3-day period, and everyone was really happy. But it would have been nice to get a little bit of warning about that. But people were generally really happy with the extension because it was a few problems. Not long after that, EA did extend the weekend league to a 3-day weekend league, which is the one we see currently, guys, starting at 7 AM GMT on a Friday and finishing at 7 AM GMT on a Monday morning. Now, even with that being a 3-day period, it still is very difficult for the average consumer, average player of the game, unless you're me or another YouTuber or competitive FIFA players or someone who doesn't really have a job. Then it's difficult for you still to commit them 40 games over a period of the hours and stuff and still have a normal life. So what I propose, and a lot of people have said it another way around, which I'll get into a discussion in a second, is extending it by another day. Now, a lot of people talk about, well, it's not a weekend league if it runs to a Tuesday morning, but I didn't realise Friday was a weekend. It's the start of the weekend. Well, then Monday's the end of the weekend, you know? So I would like to see it extended to a 4-day period just so people can still have a normal life, still absolutely bang out FIFA on a weekend. But on the other side of this, with the extension, which I would like, a lot of people would want the games reduced, and a lot of people always pull back to the argument, well, PC has 25 games, so why can't we have 25 games? Which is very difficult, because honestly, the reason why there is 25 games on PC is because of the user base isn't as great as it is on console. Therefore, 25 games is fair enough, you still get the same rewards and stuff like that, but if you give that to console, guys, you would see hundreds, if not thousands of people getting 25 out of 25 every weekend, which is good. But it's not good for the competitive scene, which is obviously a console-based esports, you know. You're seeing people compete on PlayStation and Xbox. So if you had like Gorilla and TAS and hashtag Boras, I can't even say his name correctly, you would see them guys hit the 25 out of 25 every single weekend, but then you would see a Randy Joe in there every weekend as well. Potentially me, Marshall, Nepenthez, the people who are really good at FUT Champions but take stupid losses all the time, could reasonably hit 25 out of 25. So it's not a good separation for the esports players compared to the average user. And that's why the 40 games I think should stay. A lot of people want it extended, but I think honestly 40 games it is way too much anyway. It doesn't become a who's good at the game. It's going to become who can keep the concentration longest for the 40 games. And they are obviously the people who practice and play FIFA a lot. So I'm curious to see. This video is going to be very long as well, I must point that out, guys. This video is going to be very, very long. I'm curious to which you would rather see into FIFA 18. Would you see FIFA 18 FUT Champions extended by a day, so it was over a 4-day period, gives you enough time to do your planning, spend time with your family, go out for a day maybe, and still get your 40 games in? Or would you want it reduced to a 30 games? Now, I'm curious to see which way this argument would go. A lot of people would, I know why people would instantly jump on the 30 games or 25 games, but I know why a lot of people would jump on the 4 days, which is one of the reasons why I am sided towards the 4 days rather than reducing the games, just so you can get that gap between the good players, the lucky players, and the average players, and the people who are just really, really casual and play like 10 games just to get the monthly rewards. So that's the first idea that I have put forward, guys, and obviously I want your opinions on it. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let's move on to the next few ideas. The next one is a nice edit by dailyrender as well, guys. You'll notice in the bottom right hand corner of the options, you will notice something different, which Luke's photoshopped into an image. We have the play match, which is what we were going to normally. We have the schedule, and then we have a 2 tab where you can flick side to side to do it. We don't have that currently, but you'll be able to flick side to side and move over to a server status. Currently, it says excellent, but if you guys have played FUT Champions over the past couple of weeks, you will know that the gameplay can be dodgy, disconnections could be happening, and unless you are on Twitter, the only person, and this is something which I don't really like from EA Sports, the only person who seems to put out the information is Doonan. Now, if you guys know who Doonan is, I retweet him all the time because he's a very, very important person to follow, and if you do want information on the server status or any problems which are ongoing on FIFA, it's brilliant. Doonan usually tweets out, but one of the problems is Doonan isn't a well-followed account on Twitter compared to the normal EA Sports, so the information is passed around from someone with a small Twitter following, and then having to be retweeted by the likes of myself just to get it over to a few people. Now I know a lot of you guys won't have Twitter, you won't know what's going on, and you'll go straight into the games. So one of the things which I'm proposing is a server status indicator. So if you guys click this, you would go onto it, you would see the problems. Now a lot of problems you guys think do sit at EA's door. That isn't the case. I know when I get frustrated at the game, I fucking like, oh wow, screw you EA, I can't believe you're doing this. But more than likely the problem doesn't sit with EA Sports. So with the push notifications which EA are able to put into the game this FIFA, you guys have seen it when you log into FUT Champions, it comes up, you've been extended, or brand new team of the week, team of the year has been released, all that hype and stuff. It'd be nice to have an indication in the FUT Champions servers to see if there are any active issues, whether it be with EA, whether it be with Xbox or PlayStation, just so we can see and get an idea of whether it's worth playing the games, taking the risk, because of obviously disconnections. And that also does take me on to the next idea. So let me know if you guys think this will be a very, very good idea, or do you think it'll obviously open it up to a lot of problems where we thought there was no problems. You go onto there, you realise there's a problem every single hour of FUT Champions throughout the weekend. But it's one of them things. There's problems in real life, guys, not just with EA Sports, with Xbox, with DDoSing, with people trying to mess up internet servers and stuff like that, and it all could fall onto FIFA itself. So I would like to see it, just to judge for myself whether it's worth playing the games. Are the servers really heavy? Is the game overloaded? Is it going to potentially cause me to get a lot of connection issues in FUT Champions? Because I want a perfect gameplay, and everyone would as well with the dedicated servers, but who knows? I would like to see that rather than doing and tweet out there is issues, to have a service status within the game so we can see what's going on and judge for ourselves whether it's worth playing FIFA 17 or FIFA 18 FUT Champions or not. So yeah, that's one of the ideas. Next one. So now in the top right hand corner, guys, just underneath me, I think my head's going to be cutting out the text, but it says Dispute Center. You guys have played FUT Champions, you will have seen me tweet out about FUT Champions, disconnections, going into games, black screen, going into games not loading and someone having to quit, and other games where you're in the middle of a game, you're absolutely cruising all the way through the game, and then you randomly disconnect. A lot of them could be down to the person rage quitting, causing you an issue with yours, which causes you to disconnect from the EA servers. But with, you look at LAN events, you look at Gfinity, you look at other esports games, guys, you always have a dispute center. This weekend and last weekend, Gorilla went 40 out of 40 the first weekend on stream. This weekend, he went 39-1. The reason being, guys, the one loss he took was on a disconnection when he was in a winning position as well. I remember there was I think it's Vitality Rocky. All last month, guys, there was 160 games of FUT Champions over a 4-week period. This guy smashed every single week and took one loss. The one loss that he took was a disconnection loss while he was winning as well. So it'd be nice for you to be able to go into this dispute center. Maybe, I don't know, I don't know how this would work, but it's an idea which I've got, so you guys can fight the disconnections that you did get. Now, obviously, EA are going to be able to tell whether you quit the match and it's like, oh wow, I disconnected. No, you quit the match. Dispute revoked. But then they could dispute the honest people. The people go in there like, look guys, I've in a game, here's some footage off my Xbox DVR, here's a link to it, if you guys want to check it out, feel free and decide for yourself what happened. At that point, EA could be able to like, right, we understand that was a legitimate disconnection from the game, here's one of your games back to replay and crack on with the rest of the weekend league. That would be absolutely sick and something I would love. And obviously with the mass drop disconnections which we have seen in the past, guys, you see a lot of people disconnect at the same time. I think me, Itani, loads of you guys on Twitter, you all disconnect at the same time as me, and that obviously points straight towards EA Sports or something with the dedicated servers. So you'll be able to dispute that and then get your game back so you could replay it. So that's the dispute center which I would love to see added in, just so you're not like, wow, I've got disconnection, I've got to take it and move on, guys. And potentially, even though it's not a big thing for the likes of myself and you, unless you're a competitive top 100 or top 10 FIFA player, them 1 or 2 disconnections over the monthly period could cost a lot of people the chance to be qualifying for the major events like Madrid, London, FIWC, all that good stuff. And it is a pretty important thing and something I would like to see implemented into FIFA. The next one we have is a statistics page, a page where you guys can see how many goals you've scored, how much possession you've had, or you see all these information in the draft guide. Every time you play the draft, you'll be able to see a detailed analysis of your passing accuracy, your possession, how many wins you've got over since you've played draft. And I know, and if you guys have watched the FUT Champions regionals, you will hear Spencer Owen, who is obviously Spencer, and the 2 other commentators, and sometimes Chew Boy, talk about the statistics over the qualifying period. These are statistics which EA do have from the player, which is at regionals, and reading certain statistics like, oh, this guy held an average of like 65% possession over all of his qualifying period. That'd be brilliant. I'm a statistic whore. I love these type of statistics. Like the only statistics we have now currently is the monthly rankings, your skill points. You don't really see how many wins you've got properly anyway. It'd be nice to see it a little bit more in depth. You know, FUTWiz have added something where you've got a self-report where you guys after every single game can input all the statistics from that game, and then after the 40 games, if you complete all 40, can see exactly what the statistics are. But it's weird that EA do have these statistic trackers in the game and can pull up these stats at regionals, but they're not visible to us, the average user of the game. It's something I would like to see, just like how draft is. If you go into a draft, you tap in the analog stick and it gives you all the draft information, all the entries. As you guys would have seen my Draft of Glory, I pull it up quite a lot on there. Something I would love to have, maybe the most appeared player in your FUT Champions runs, the top goal scorer from your FUT Champions runs, and that would be absolutely brilliant. And I would definitely love to see that in the game. So now we move on to something a little bit different. This one's something which has upset the community, the people who are qualifying for the weekend league throughout the daily knockout tournaments, and that is, if you've already qualified, you can still participate in these tournaments and potentially knock people out of the tournament to get into it. Now, my argument is, if you get knocked out of the daily knockout, then more likely, if you get knocked out in the daily knockout, you're going to have an absolutely terrible weekend in FUT Champions, because the in my opinion, and the runs that I've had in the weekend league, weekday league, sorry, or the daily knockout, has been pretty average, and the players that I play against, guys, I get a shit ton of goals, and they're very average opponents. So if them people get into the weekend league, they're obviously going to get stomped. But what I would propose now, and something which hopefully, because I know a lot of people get annoyed at people playing daily knockouts because they've already qualified, but I'll tell you why I play the daily knockouts. If you guys play in FUT Champions, the game mode itself, daily knockout, weekend league, whatever, these are dedicated servers. These are the best servers within the game of FIFA. If you move into the likes of online single matches, if you move into draft, seasons, all that good stuff, it's a P2P service. So you're coming up against potentially rough connections, and the only one which is the smoothest is the daily knockouts, which is why I like playing in anything FUT Champions related, because the servers are a lot brilliant compared to, you've seen my draft videos, some of them can be quite rough connection wise, but I understand why it would annoy people who aren't qualified. So what I would suggest, guys, is potentially adding a qualified section. So even though daily knockouts sometimes reward you with kits, coins and packs, you guys will have seen the kit recently for the MLS, it would be nice for the qualified people to actually play the daily knockouts, but then it not count you as the same caliber of player as the people who are not qualified. So it would be like 2 separate groups. You would have the qualified, you have the not qualified. They would play their own tournaments to get qualified for the weekend league and still get the rewards. And then you would have the qualified people who are just fighting it out to get the rewards and stuff like that as well. That's something I would love to get in the game. It would sort a lot of arguments out, because I know the YouTubers get a lot of stick, including myself, for playing the daily knockouts. But honestly, if you guys play any other servers, you'll know why we play the daily knockouts. It's a lot better and a lot more fun. And speaking about qualification, you guys know if you win Division 1 or hold Division 1, you get qualified for the weekend league, which is a brilliant bit of practice as well against people who are doing the same thing. Seasons doesn't give the rewards that I like anyway, so I don't really play Seasons. I'll just get the auto qualification from the weekend league. But I would like to see, with the FUT draft, you guys know I play FUT draft a lot. Sometimes I get decent packs, sometimes I don't. But I would like to see, if you won 4 games in a row and did win the draft, that would give you a FUT Champions qualification redeem like redeem token, which you guys could redeem and get qualification through to the weekend league. It would obviously push people towards the draft, which could potentially be a moneymaker for EA Sports, because as you guys know, unless you don't have the 15,000 coins to enter, you are going to be paying a 300 FIFA point obviously penalty to try and get qualified for the week for the 300 FIFA points just to play the draft. So it'd be nice if you did win a draft to get the qualification for the weekend league there. I don't know your thoughts on that. I would like to see it. If you've already qualified for the FUT Champions, then potentially, like, hell yeah, here you go. Instead of having the FUT Champions qualification, you've got a choice. You can have the draft token pack instead if you already qualified for the FUT Champions. You guys let me know your thoughts on that one. I threw it out there thinking there isn't that many ways to qualify, and it is like Division 1 promotion or win. And also Division 1 hold and win as well. And I don't think relegation, just sitting in the division doesn't help anyway. So you've got to fight every single week for your place unless you finish a minimum of gold. And then you get the auto qualification with your weekday rewards anyway. Now this one is going to make me sound like a broken record. If you guys watch the FUT Champions journey, you'll hear me mention this a lot of times, even on Twitter as well. I can be a salty bugger at times. I know that, but you guys are catching me midweek where I'm pretty happy. And obviously a little bit serious as well when it comes to this video, especially because I want to get it across to you guys and show you the positives and the negatives of some things we could potentially add in. This is my team for the weekend league. It is a very stacked team. I've come up against a team like this with stack cards on. I was frustrated. The reason I was frustrated is because I agree with you. If stack cards are in the game, use them. Brilliant. Fair enough. I would do the same. If I didn't really have it in the back of my head, I'm like, well, I don't know. Stack cards. But that's just me. But if they're in the game, use them. No problems with that. When it comes to the weekend league and FUT Champions having stack cards, I don't agree with that. Not for the reason that I say that it's going to make the player better, because potentially it could, potentially it couldn't. Stat cards are just stat boosts to the players, and they could be bronze or silver. But the reason I want FUT Champions to have a clean, stat card free zone is because of the regionals. The regionals don't have stat cards. You can't rock up, pick the team you want, and then you're like, oh yeah, well, in my qualification, I put +10 attribute cards on every single one players every single game of the run. Yeah, we don't have stat cards for you at regionals, guys, so unfortunately that is not happening. And that's why I want to see anything which is applied at FUT Champions regionals applied into the bottom stage of the game. This is the only way that you're getting to regionals, is by playing the weekend league. I would like to see it a level playing field. Even when it comes, you guys may not have noticed, but the only stadium that you can use at the regional event is the EASFC Stadium, or the FIWC Stadium. I think it's the FIWC Stadium. That's the only stadium you can use, and every single game that was played at regionals was the FIWC Stadium. So why not implement this into Ultimate Team as well, where the only stadium for FUT Champions is the FIWC? No stat cards? Oh, guess what? No stat cards in the weekend league as well. This is just my personal point of view. I don't use stat cards. I've used them once or twice, don't really know the difference. So I'm curious to see what you guys think of this, whether you think I'm being too bitchy or whether you think I'm being right as well. Just in the fact that it should be a level playing field all the way throughout the weekend league and the regionals as well. And obviously it would be very nice to come up against super teams like this, but without the stat cards. And I'm not complaining. I use that's a super team you are seeing in front of you. But it'd be nice to see it just a basic team. And even if I do use a basic team, no stat cards anywhere to be seen. Let me know your thoughts on that one. This one's probably going to annoy a few people more than anything else, but hopefully I've got my point across where you guys know the regionals and the weekend league should be the same. If the weekend league regionals were allowed stat cards, then yeah, I'd have no problem with this. But it's all over the shop in it when it comes to the weekend league and regionals. So 2 more things to get across, guys, and then we are done. Now, EA listened to us at the start of FIFA. And I cannot say this word. It's you guys trying to hide your online personas so you can get into games. If you come up against my badge, more than likely you will back out. If you come against my team name, more than likely a lot of people did back out as well. If I saw a certain person's team name, like a huge gorilla popped up, I was gone. I was not playing them games. So what EA did add in, guys, was the ability for you not to see the club badge, which was absolutely brilliant. You can't see the club name either, and you just go into the game. And then they also added the 5-bar latency, which was brilliant as well. For me, since the 5-bar latency was added into the game, I have not had one single issue with speed up lag, and I actually play my games on 4 to 5 bar only. 3, 2, 1, you'll not catch me, I'll be gone. So it'd be nice to have a more accurate reading of the opponent you are matching up with. And this isn't for me because the 4 to 5 is good enough for me, but a better status and a better ability to be able to see what ping you are getting to your opponent. Ping, the greater it is, the less, like if it's like 200, 300 and stuff, you're going to have a very laggy game, heavy game. And potentially it could cost you the match itself. Anything like a 12 is brilliant. And you guys may play other games like Call of Duty, Battlefield and stuff. The ping is actively available for every player you do match up against. So you can see your own ping to the other players and stuff. And you can also be able to tell which one is the game leader and actually the game host. Especially in Call of Duty, I remember that from. So that's something I would like to see added into the game. More accurate way to weigh up the connection between the opponents. But also, I'm going to continue the feel of trying to hide your online persona. And this one's a bit of a far-fetched one, but I'm going to try and explain it really well. So, the matchup screen. I politely asked Luke to do something different. It's been 50% done, it's 50% not done. So when you match up against the team, guys, and you guys know what kits I use, and if you guys follow me on Twitter, you'll know what kits I use. So if you match up, more likely you're not going to play the game if you know it's me. So with this, instead of having a team jersey, like you would see in these positions now, you would see the Champions jersey there, and you would see the LA Galaxy home kit there as well, and you can flick between the kits. Instead of showing the kits and actually the player preview as well, they should just have a colour blob, so you guys know that you're not going to be kit clashing with the opponent, because you would have like that one shows a white kit, it's a white kit. The Champions one, it shows a green kit, it's a green kit. You can go into the games, you will not be kit clashing. If away from that, and it's a stripy kit, say Bournemouth have got a red and black kit, you would have that triangle and maybe 2 colours selected. So you would have a red and a black hexagon obviously selected on the players. If not away from that, why not just have set kits? The reason being, guys, is because you look at the rewards that a lot of the pro players, even myself, even you guys, if you finish Gold and Elite, you get some absolutely insane kits, really nice ones. Problem, if you play in these kits, the opponent won't play you, because the kit itself off-puts your opponent. Like, oh my god, he's completed an SBC for about 5,000 coins, I'm not playing him, back out. Oh my god, you can see that guy's finished top 100 in the world, I'm not playing that guy. Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. But that's one of the things, guys, which I would like to see further by EA Sports. Take out the kits in some way, maybe have standard black, white kits, but then you are going down the line of colour blindness, and obviously I think FootWizDan's colourblind in some way when it comes to certain kits. I'm not colourblind, so I would have no issue with that. But I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts on this one. Now, with that, I have actually realised that I've forgotten 2 major points and talking points that I wanted to get over to you now, which is the weekly reward restructure and the monthly reward restructure as well. The reason being, they've caused a lot of controversy in the past couple of months to even the start of FIFA, and I want to clear it up, so you could potentially see a better guideline when it comes to the rewards we do get on a weekly and monthly basis. So on the screen now, guys, is the monthly reward structure as we see it. You can see top 100 gets a top 100 champions kit, elite champions kit, gold champions kit, ultimate champions pack, which is 44 gold team of the week items and informs, which is fair enough, because the weekly top 100, they get the ultimate team of the week pack, which is 11 informs anyway, which I think's awesome. The next image underneath the top 100 is the elite structure. This is elite 1, 2 and 3. So if you finish elite 3, and I will pull up the rewards as I'm on the game now. If we pull up elite 3, which for the monthly, where is it? If you go to leaderboards and then you go monthly, so elite 3 for the month, which is this month, is 120 wins. The difference between Elite 3 and Elite 2 is 132 wins, and the difference between Elite 3 and Elite 1 is a whole 20 wins. So I don't really understand as to why, 1, there is an Elite 1, 2, 3 system in the monthlies, or why the same rewards are given out to an Elite 1 person as the same as an Elite 3, because it's 20 important wins over a monthly period. And it's the same throughout Gold. Gold 1, 2 and 3 get the same rewards. Silver, they get the same rewards all the way through Silver 1, 2 and 3, and the same for Bronze as well. Now obviously the rewards for Silver and Bronze for monthly are not that good anyway, as you guys can see. You get one Silver Team of the Week player and one Bronze player, over that period. The gold players get the gold kit and free Team of the Week items, ready in forms, and then the elites, they get 12. It says 11, but it's 12 that you get. And you guys, if you missed my rewards video, that was on Tuesday, you want to go and see it. But what I would want is a restructure of this. Now, one, if EA don't want to give a different structure out to the different elite rewards, say I finish Elite 1, which is where I finish most months, I should get the 12 Team of the Week items and potentially 2 100k packs. Elite 2, the 11 Team of the Week items, 100k pack, and then the Elite 3 should get 12 Reading Forms and no 100k packs. Just something that simple would be nice to differentiate between the 3 elite systems, and the same for Gold as well. Maybe, so that's just off the top of my head though, so if you guys could think of different ways to structure that, that'd be awesome. And if EA don't want to do that and don't want to change the reward structure, which I think definitely needs an overhaul for monthly, then what they should do is totally scrap off monthly, and you either finish Bronze, Silver, Elite or Gold, or Top 100. 5 different rankings. At the moment we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 13 different ranks you can finish for the month, when in fact it's literally just 5 ranks that EA do give us. So I'd like to see a different reward system put out by EA Sports. Fingers crossed it does happen. They have changed a lot of stuff over the period by listening to the feedback of the community, and even though the rewards are sick anyway, it'd be nice for, like, you look at Nick finishes in Elite, I finish, he finishes Elite 1 sometimes Elite 2, Elite 3, I finish in Elite 1, so I don't see why Nick should get the same rewards as me, and it's the same as you guys if you finish Gold 1, why should the Gold 3 people get the same as you, you know? That's not even being salty, it's just common sense. There should be a different reward system for each Elite 1, 2, 3, Gold 1, 2, 3, etc, etc. So that's the monthly ones, which I've obviously talked about for a very long time, for the past couple of months. Actually, since they first come out, I was talking about it. But yeah, let's move on to the weekly. So the weekly rewards, as we know them, guys, and the ones I've screenshotted are the Elite 1, 2, 3 rewards, which is the difference between them. If you move to the top 100, which is somewhere where I rarely finish, you get 250 coins, 1 Ultimate Team of the Week pack, and 4 Jumbo Rare Player Packs. So 4 100k packs, Ultimate Team of the Week pack, and 250 coins. That's rank 1. Rank 2 to 10 get 200,000 coins and the same reward. 150,000 coins for rank 11 to 25, and 4 400k packs. And then 26 to 50 gets 150k coins, the Ultimate Team of the Week pack, and 3 jumbos, 125k coins for 51 to 75, and you get 3 jumbos and 125,000 coins and 2 jumbo rare packs in the Ultimate Team of the Week pack for 76 to 100. That one, I think that's pretty nicely done anyway. You're getting a stupid amounts of stuff, unless you're Epsilon Gorilla or Huge Gorilla, where you get absolutely screwed every weekly reward system. But I think the top 100 is absolutely perfect. When it comes to the Elite, and this is where I finish minimum, like you guys will know that the 30 wins a week is what I've finished. I've not finished lower on there. For Elite 1, you get 125k coins, 2 Team of the Week packs, and 2 Jumbo Rare Player packs. The difference between Elite 1 and Elite 2 is 2 wins. Elite 2, you get 100,000 coins, 1 Team of the Week pack, and 1 Jumbo Rare Player pack. I think that should be 1 Team of the Week pack and 2 Jumbo Rare Player packs. And then for Elite 3, which is 29 wins, you get 70,000 coins, 1 Premium Team of the Week pack, 1 100k pack, which I think is awesome. And as we jump down to the golds, gold's a weird one, because I don't know what these packs fully are. If you guys finish gold, let me know if you want a restructure of the golds or not, because I can't really comment on these because I've not got them, but I do know the elite ones are way out. The silver ones, I don't really know, and the same with bronze as well. So you guys let me know your thoughts on the weekly rewards. This isn't something which I've initially brought in, but a lot of the pros and other people have been talking about the way the weeklies should be restructured, but I definitely think it's the monthlies which should be. So that's enough jabber from me, guys. I know this video is going to be a very, very long video. I hope you've sat there, listened, and calculated what I've been saying. Remember, I love FIFA. I love FUT Champions. I don't say anything to be a spiteful bastard. Well, I say that on a weekend league when I'm playing it, but honestly, anything I say to help EA make the game better for the consumer, I will do anything I can to do so, and hopefully these ideas do get thrown at some people from EA. They do get to see it, and obviously your support on the video itself will go a long way to doing that. So if you guys have enjoyed it, leave a like, rate, and comments. I want to read the comments which you guys, if you do feel passionate about FUT Champions, to let me know. And I know there's going to be 1 or 2 talking points majorly, and that's probably going to be the monthly rewards, the what were the other 2 things? There was a monthly rewards, which I know you're definitely going to be talking about, the qualification, and also the dispute centre, and the duration of FUT Champions, whether you want to extend it by another day or reduce it down in games. I would 100% go towards extending it rather than anything. So guys, enjoyed the video, leave a like, rate, and subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. Supporting the channel has been absolutely amazing. Hopefully this video goes down well with you, and I'll catch you another day with another video for you guys to enjoy.